Saul, I'm here in your hometown. It's a nice place, really nice place. I'm here to knock you out, and I'm sure you're gonna try to.
Stout getting knocked out.
Curtis Stout from Kansas, 31 years of age, 6'1", mixed martial arts record of 7-6-1. Likes to bang, which is brilliant for us because he's against Seoul zero tolerance Gilbert. Rob, on paper, dynamite. Well, you can hear from the crowd reaction, one of the main attractions here tonight. And again, a man driving the sport forward because, Rob, he is so exciting.
He really is an explosive, all-action, give it your fighter, Saul Gilbert. And as the ref calls it on, we begin. Saul goes straight to Curtis, leading with a right hand, Curtis with a good kick. Explosive from the beginning, fellas. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. It was that left roundhouse kick that Curtis landed once, but it was blocked twice. He went for the takedown because it looks like he didn't want any more of the stand-up. And here we are up against the fence. Quite a following here with their chanting Saul.
Yes, big favourite here at Cage Rage, Saul Gilbert. And at Cage Rage, Rob, unbeaten.
That's right. Saul Gilbert holds an unbeaten record at the moment. Let's see if he can keep hold of that unbeaten record and put a UFC veteran on there.
There was a technique that Mark, unlike Weir's opponent, Curtis Stout can do damage when you drop that arm behind. It leaves you open on that side of your face. So it's a risky move against a striker who comes from a Muay Thai background, and Curtis Stout, Dan Tharp, his Muay Thai trainer.
Saul's manages to fight back to full guard. He's in a very uncomfortable position now, though. Curtis holding top position, looking to strike. Curtis with a Muay Thai clinch, throwing in short elbows.
Curtis Stout pretty much in control. It's a closed guard by Gilbert. If I were Gilbert, I would open up the guard and try and get heels on hips and push him back. But Curtis is staying up high enough to where he probably can't do that.
Seems to have a little bit more freedom in his hips, and he's trying to get that turn.
I think one of the things that causes fighters to make big paydays is a great personality, but also one of them is the ability to take chances in a ring and not fight the same way everybody does. This kind of fight is not going to give these guys great big paydays because there's nothing crazy happening. It's the same position. I'm not trying to be critical here, but it's a strategic fight, and it's going to frustrate an audience.
Saul seems to be trying to get some sort of technique with his knee, pushing his knee up into Curtis's throat, I believe.
Okay, all Curtis Stout for the most part. Saul did loosen the guard up, but he didn't really do anything with it. Curtis got the takedown. I got to definitely score that one, a 10-9 for Curtis Stout. Saul's got to hurt him. He's got to do damage.
I think Saul's going to find his distance here and probably stay well away from the cage or being taken down.
You can see Curtis likes the kick standing up.
Oh, he took a big left hand though.
That's out.
That was a big shot.
That is about as close to a knockout as we've ever seen.
Curtis Stout is crying there with relief and joy. That was some shot.
That was a phenomenal shot.
Unfortunately for Saul, that's going to be on the highlight reel for quite some time.
He was out before he hit the floor.
Wow, what a shot.
That is one of the most devastating knockouts I've seen in the sport. I mean, it's too bad for Jorge Rivera because he had kind of the knockout of the night. Now
That's right.
He gets upstaged by Curtis Stout. They're going tit for tat.
So his fellow American stepped in and took his knockout.
And I think when you see the relief on Stout's face there, I think he'd been told about the reputation of Gilbert. The man can bang, the man's a crowd pleaser, he's got a big home support. That's a mixture of elation and relief because that was one of the cleanest shots you'll see.
Saul's right hand is way down by his waist. And the left hook, I'm telling you, that's going to be on the highlight reel for Cage Rage on because it's a spectacular knockout. devastating. We said that they were going to want to bang.
Well, they did say in their pre-fight interviews that somebody was going to get knocked out, and that's the way even they perceived this fight. So,
yeah. But you know what? I don't think it's going to hurt Saul Gilbert. People do get knocked out.
this is Saul's first cage rage loss, I might just add. So, as a middleweight, he took a loss against a well-known, well-conditioned UFC veteran.
After 20 curtain.